If it matters to you, it matters to us. Call Tip today on 1-800-938-007.
Now it's time to talk about interior design, and glad to be joined as usual by Karen Prendergast. Good morning to you, Karen.
Good morning, friend.
And again, you've come in from a very windy situation.
It's quite gusty out there now at the moment. Yeah, it is. It's dangerous enough, but anyway.
Yeah, mind yourself getting out of cars, because you had an experience with your car door.
I got in and out of. I was in a shop this morning, and when I came back out, I got into the car, and my left hand side was moved in. I was in, and I just had my leg left out, and as I was trying to get that leg in, the car door whacked in on top of me. I got a fair wallop, so just to be careful out there. It's when you least expect it, because I had come out of the shop and got into the car fine, but then a gust came and hit the door and hit my leg. But anyway, I survived. There's no problem, but it is dangerous out there, friend, at the moment, to be honest.
Well, it's a good warning for people, and thanks for that, Karen. We're going to kind of have a year in review, really, what clients wanted most from you over 2025. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and I think so. And of course, week on week, when we've been in here, a lot of times when we're today isn't necessarily one of them, but we're talking about lighting and talking about different things, they seem to come up over and over again, and sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm not, because it, some things are such a big part of somebody doing up a room or their house or whatever. So it's kind of, I decided today I talk about what I thought people wanted most. So as 2025 comes to a close, it's been a year that's definitely been defined by thoughtful reconfigurations, clients choosing to upgrade their existing homes rather than move.
Okay.
Of course, that's with the shortage of houses and how expensive they are now. And I think people have definitely prioritised functionality. Any of the houses I've been in, I've been trying to make them take a real look at how they use their room or their house, as opposed to what they're showing me necessarily on Pinterest. Yeah, they're showing me they like the finished product, but I'm trying to make sure that what we're doing for them, or they're doing in their house, even if it's a one-off consultation, that what they're doing in their house is it's worthwhile in the money that they're spending, and they're going to get the most out of the job that they're doing, leaving aside the financial part, and it's going to work for them and their family.
That's very good of you. So you're talking about an investment in your home, I guess, aren't you?
I think you're talking about an investment in your home, because it's a financial thing in one sense, in an investment, but I think it's an investment in you.
Yes.
So I know when I was doing the house that we're in now, we were doing the house, but I needed plenty of storage, because it was a smaller type house. I needed plenty of storage. I wanted the same floor running all of downstairs and all of upstairs, that it was going to be easy to keep, friend.
Yes.
I didn't want carpets because I have allergies. So all those different things. So
practical stuff.
Practical stuff for us.
Yes.
And unique to us. So when I go into somebody's house and we're doing a kitchen revamp, or we're doing whatever, I want to know how they use their kitchen. I want to know how they live. I want to know, do they do much cooking? I want to know, again, for instance, I do quite a bit of baking and cooking when I have time. And I have 2 single ovens, so I didn't want a smaller oven, a double oven. I wanted 2 single ovens, and I went for the tilt and turn door that goes under, so when I am baking, the whole lot was easier. So I spent a little bit more of our budget on that than I did on something else.
Well, that's because of you.
Exactly, friend. That's because of us, and the way
somebody else mightn't
want that at all. So I think interior design, when I'm going into somebody's house, has to be individual to the person.
Yes.
First of all. So with that in mind, I could ask 30, 40 questions when I get into someone's house in the first 10 minutes. Tell me how you live. What do you look like? What do you like? Show me the pictures that you've got on your phone. Right, tell me how you use the house. How often are you here? And so forth. So as an interior designer, the more questions I ask, and the more I'm able to have a look around and chat to somebody about how they live, the easier it is for me to do my job, and the more information they give me, the better job I can do for them.
Kitchen's top of the list, I suppose, as always.
Big impact, a smart investment. So as we were talking earlier on, a kitchen will add, redoing your kitchen will add value to a house. You won't lose the money if you do it correctly.
Okay.
All right. So the kitchen remained the heart of the home for sure this year, and the primary focus was on upgrades, and my clients approached this in 2 ways. So first was a full kitchen replacement, and that's completely taken out what was there and having a fresh start. That was very, very popular. But I think what overtook that this year for my clients was cost-effective revamps. So that was where they replaced their worktops, handles, tiles, and maybe and definitely repainted. That was a massive part of kitchen revamps that I did this year. So I would say, if I was looking at it 100%, I had definitely 50%, 40 to 50% new kitchens and 50 to 60% revamps.
Interesting.
In my call-outs.
Have you ever gone into a place that maybe you got the impression they wanted a complete new kitchen, and you said, well, hold on a moment now, what you have here is excellent, and maybe you should look at a revamp. Do you ever go down that road?
Do.
Oh, do
yes,
you?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. So again, my first consultation will always start with a phone call, and during that phone call, it might take me 10, 15, 20 minutes to go through what a person wants, whether it's a kitchen or a bathroom or a room or whatever, and I'll talk it out. So I'll already be forearmed before I go there to know what I need to bring maybe, and to know what kind of a job we're looking at. But definitely people might be unsure. They might have seen a job that a kitchen got repainted some years ago, and it mightn't have been a good job, and it's putting them off. So then I have to maybe reassure them, well, look, that was that kitchen, and I would have lots of before and after pictures on Facebook and Instagram and so forth, as well as on myself when I go to somebody's house, that I can show you, well, this was a kitchen that's very similar to your kitchen. So for instance, someone might have an oak kitchen that's 25 years old, and I would have done lots of them throughout the year, and I'd say, look, well, this is a kitchen, it's very similar to yours. We didn't change the worktop in this house, or we did change the worktop in this house and the handles, and this is what the finished product looks like. So I suppose there is there can be some scary stories out there that can be off-putting. But yes, so some people will say, look, I've a new build, or I'm building an extension, I have to have a new kitchen. Other people say, will you come and have a look and give me your opinion? Then we'll sit there, we'll talk it out during the consultation, and they'll make up their mind what they would like to do. But bearing in mind, a lot of people, if they are doing up their kitchen, they either go into a kitchen company, or they get somebody out that's going to repaint the kitchen for them, or the whole lot, but they don't go through the whole concept like I would as an interior designer. Of course. So that's not to take for somebody else doing their job, a kitchen company or whatever. But for me, I'm coming at anybody's house from a lot of perspectives.
It's holistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Full holistic.
And I suppose I'm not trying to sell any one product.
Yes, of course, which is important too. Bathrooms will be next in the list, I suppose, in terms of people.
Would. So kitchens were definitely number one of what people worked on. Bathrooms were number two. So definitely the bathrooms now are more minimalist. They're clutter-free, and a lot of them, which is a controversial one, are bat-free.
Yeah.
So bathroom renovations surged in the last couple of years, with a strong shift in how clients want these spaces to function. The biggest trend was removing the bat entirely. Most clients opted to not to replace it at all.
Yeah, that's what we did. Even though every now and again I say, I'd like a bath.
But when I'm talking to somebody about a bathroom revamp, and I might say to them, well, how many times have you used the bat in the last year, 5 years? And they might say, never, once, 3 times. Some houses will keep the bat. If somebody does use the bat, maybe they might have a bad back or whatever, and they need the bat. There might be young children in the house, they might be batting them, so that's an automatic, is going to stay. But for a lot of houses, they definitely took out the bat this time around. And I suppose it's a big question when you are doing up your bathroom, because you're doing up the bathroom, you're not going to be doing it up again anytime soon. So it kind of the bat is on the fore of every bathroom revamp, so you have to make the decision there and then, don't you? You don't have an option. If you're spending 8, 10, 12, 15,000 on a bathroom revamp, well, the decision has to be made, and you have to live with it.
But it takes up a huge amount of space, of course, and that's the big thing, isn't it?
And then I'm coming to the next part of the bathroom revamps. Was a lot of people want the double vanities. And that became really big this year, that there was 2 vanity basins, whether they were joined together or separate, mostly joined together. And
you see, I don't get that. Why would you want
extra
to be in the bathroom with
storage,
somebody else at the same time?
Yeah, extra storage, maybe. Extra storage for one. But yeah, I suppose they're in vogue. And they're in all the plumbing supplier shops and the whole lot. So they were very big. Rainfall shower heads. So we still have our ordinary shower unit, but the circular rain shower head above.
I love them.
Everybody nearly wanted one of those. And of course they come now. Even if somebody has an existing shower in their house, they can now buy the rainfall as an add-on, even if you have one already.
And will that work with an existing, with an electric shower?
Yes, it will.
Will it?
Yeah. Okay. So they're available now as an add-on. So if you were thinking of, you'd love a rain head, shower head, you can take a picture of your existing shower unit, bring it into your local plumbing shop, and they should be able to sell you something that you can have that rain head,
Very
which
good.
is people probably don't know that, friends. So that's
Right,
nice.
but clutter-free they're looking for, so
Clutter-free.
easy to clean, obviously, easy to maintain, all of that.
And would you believe, in the last 2 years, I've come across a few houses that have had maybe 3 ensuites, 1 main bathroom. They've taken out that, and I'm saying these ensuites are older. Instead of redoing them, they've taken them out and they've turned them into walk-in wardrobes, because the cost, number one, but that's not really why they don't want to replace them. They don't want all the cleaning. They might be shoving on in years. They're saying, I don't need all these ensuites. I don't want them. I don't need the cleaning. I'm getting rid of them and I'm taking them out.
It's interesting. What about the colour? What's in? I mean, is it still white?
White is in wear for sure.
Yeah.
White is in, and vanity units then come, of course, in lots and lots of colours. So I think in the vanity units there's a grey, a dark grey, a light grey, a pale green. There's a beautiful wine at the moment that's in. There's lovely colours. So I mean, I would be going fairly neutral. Definitely buying a vanity unit, and that vanity unit can be repainted time and time again. And of course, my favourite thing to do in a bathroom, this will be controversial now, is wallpaper. I love wallpaper. I have wallpaper in my whole bathroom.
My only
except
problem with that
inside
is the
shower.
steam.
Yeah,
and,
but
no.
I suppose maybe if it's a bathroom, there's a lot of people using, and there is a lot of steam.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not an issue. So
It
I've
works
always
for you.
wallpapered my bathroom.
Of course, building is expensive now, so as you say, people are deciding to renovate, I suppose, and stay rather than relocate.
Yeah, so definitely fewer clients have purchased or built new builds. So instead they're investing in making their existing homes work harder for them. So a lot of extensions going on to add much needed space if the space isn't already there. Open plan conversions by removing internal walls to create flow and improve natural light. That's been absolutely huge. Underfloor heating is still as popular as ever. And in renovations that I've seen going on, some people are taking up the existing floors in older houses, and they're spending maybe the 20,000-30,000 to do that and put in underfloor heating, and that's working for a lot of people.
We were talking to a guy from the SEIA yesterday as well, just in terms of the grants that are available for people out there as
which
well,
is
if you want
great.
to bring up your BER rating and all of that.
That was an excellent chat, actually.
Yeah, it's still interesting. I learned a lot from it, I can tell you. Where the floors are concerned, is it still timber, Karen? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. Now, I'm not sitting here saying carpets are out by any means, but everyone is nearly opting for, and again it'll be controversial for listeners, are opting for timber floors. And the timber floor is generally, in the last 2 years, running from the front of the house to the back of the house, including the kitchen.
A bit like what you did yourself.
Including the kitchen. So a lot of people are putting the same timber floor throughout. Obviously you wouldn't have the timber floor in your bathroom or your utility or your ensuite, but running the whole lot throughout. Now, if somebody is doing that, like myself, I would say you need to have several boxes of the floor left over in your attic space, or in a dry place that you can keep, that if you ever did have a leak, any place,
of course,
that you have enough of floor
and
left over.
what sort of any change in the wood that's been used?
It's definitely laminate. Solid and semi-solid floors are getting less. People are taking them out because they've got marked from high heels or children, or wear and tear or whatever, and they're taking those out and they're putting in a laminate floor. But laminate floors now start anywhere from 12-15 euros a square metre right up, so you can get different qualities, different guarantees. Some of them are guaranteed for 10, 15, 20, 25 years, so we didn't have those choices some years ago, Fran, in floors,
certainly didn't. Indeed, we have to talk about lighting before we wrap, because lighting, again, we always talk about how important it is, Karen.
Lighting, it's I think this year we highlighted lighting a lot, and it deserved that attention. So one of the most exciting shifts this year has been the understanding of the power of lighting. And homeowners have begun to appreciate and listen to how layered lighting adds depth, interest and atmosphere. I was just on a phone call this morning with a client, and we're on a very, very new build, and we were talking about lighting in the hallway and how we were going to build some lighting in other than in the ceiling, and that we wanted that to be a wow factor. And as I was saying to her, you don't want that just when someone's entering the house at night time, when all the rest of the lights on, you might have a few lamps on or whatever. You want that to be a very special area, because you're going to be looking at it all day, every day, forevermore.
Yeah.
So it's really important to layer lighting. It adds depth, interest and atmosphere, as I said, and thoughtful lighting improve both the function and the mood of the house. And the good thing about lighting is it doesn't cost a fortune.
Yeah.
If you can get it right and if you can think it out, and I will say, it's hard sometimes to get the electricians on board to do
that's your job when you're on board.
It
you
is
see,
to
which
do
is
to
the
do
nice
the
thing.
extra lighting
Yes.
and the whole lot, and everybody's in a rush. And sometimes I would say to people, in the lighting situation in a house, you need to put down your foot and you need to make sure that you get what you want.
That's first, and you can never have enough sockets and all of
You
those
can't,
things as
no.
well.
Yeah.
We only have a minute left, but when you look ahead for me, 2026, what are you looking?
It's showing
forward
me
to?
anyway that from 2025 that owners are more focused on ever on comfort, efficiency, making the most out of the spaces that they already have. And it's a pleasure for me to be able to guide clients through these transformations. And I think my takeaway from this year was, I feel that I was able to help my clients make the right decisions, that they ended up with comfortable, beautiful homes, but the comfortable before the beautiful for me.
Yeah.
And also that hopefully I saved them money.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you did. And if people want to talk to you in the meantime, how
They can
they
contact
do
me
that?
on
Karen?
086 606 9009. That's 086 606 9009. My website, Facebook and Instagram is Interior Concepts.
All right. Well, it's always good to see you, and happy Christmas to you,
Thank you,
Karen.
Fred.
And
Thank you.
thanks for
Many
everything
happy returns.
during the year and all that wonderful advice as well. That's it for me. Leanne produced. Ali looks after content. Stephen's on the way with the Time Tunnel on the lunchtime show, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. But if you are out and about, do mind yourselves, won't you? Bye bye now.
Tip FM's Tip Today.
With Slattery's Garage, Puck On. Main Peugeot dealers in the Premier County. And now stocking the full range of the luxury French car brand DS Automobiles. Book your test drive today with Slattery's Garage, Puck On. See Slattery's Garage.